and space. Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. Oh my god. Welcome to my channel, Chaos Before Cosmos. Oh my god, this is gonna be so fresh. Mia, enough. This should be fun. This should be a fun stream. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can go handle that dog. Oh my god. Man, it's not bad enough that I cannot use my studio. I need to do that too. Come on now. Here you go. Alright. Well, I think Mia should take a seat and just reconnecting. For those of you guys that are new here and joining, hi, my name is Kerry. This is a preset question tarot read. So we're going to be doing a preset question today, guys. Check the pinned comments for today's question. I mean, I could tell you, what am I taking too seriously? So, what are you taking too seriously, collective? It's pretty funny what I was taking too seriously, but anyway, don't need to share that. I cannot wait until this super hot weather over here in Australia has finished, because I feel so like weird in the lounge room. Like, it feels so weird just not having my normal setup, and everything sounds weird in here, and you know, so just bear with me, guys, bear with me. How is everybody? How is everybody? Are we doing good? Listen here, kitty cat. Wait, Smokey. No. Right, between dogs, cats, and not streaming in my studio, right? Everything's out of whack over here. But I hope you guys are doing good. I know it's been a hot minute. I've been doing me, doing what I need to for me, and just working on some other stuff in the background as well. Drinking tequila. Nathan, can I please ask if you are genuinely, seriously drinking tequila? Could you please kindly leave the stream? Just out of respect for, well, out of respect for spirit, to be honest. So, yes, if anybody is highly intoxicated or intoxicated, please don't be around my stream. I can't stop what the ancestors, the angels, or the Most High might do, but yeah, it's just not a good thing to mix with the spiritual stuff, right? We don't mix spirits, bad spirits, with our good spirits. So that's something I'm very much dead set against. So you won't be seeing no drunk tarot done up here on this channel, not now, not ever. Just be mindful of the energy that you bring into the stream with, you know, your own energy, where your own energy is at. Now, what's the weather like for you guys up there? We've got like I'm just, you know, I think the problem was we all said here in Australia, like, oh, it hasn't barely been summertime, right? I think we all complained enough that we got like lobbed with like summer, just real intense at the moment. So there has not been a single day in the past like week and a half where I can stream in the studio if and that's even having the air conditioner on for like a really long time. So yeah, there's no point in cranking air conditioners just to end up in the hot box out there. So we're just we're making do with what we can with the space, but look, not loving it inside. Not feeling my usual self here at this table in the lounge room, but like I said, we make do with what we've got. So, guys, if you'd like to jump on the list to get the tarot question for today, which is, what are you taking too seriously? What am I taking too seriously? Okay, so there could be something going on in your life where, you know, maybe you're taking it a little bit too more seriously than you need to. Okay, it could be time to lighten things up, lighten the load a little bit. There's already enough going on with retrograde energy started. I said to Gala and Mystical, I'm like, I don't even want to know about. I don't even want to know about it. I don't even want to know about the retrograde energy. What have we got? We got three water retrogrades this year, so they should be interesting. It should be interesting. But if you'd like to jump on the list, guys, put your name down. We'll get into it and see what is it that you're taking too seriously. All right. See what's going on over here. See, I get why. Just trying to play some frequency music in the background, but it just seems to not want to cooperate. What have we got going on there? Come on now. Oh, that might be a little bit loud. Might be a little bit loud. Let's just also, while I'm at it, put in the link to Aura XX77. That is the channel that I use when we're doing streams on here, when we need some good frequencies. So there's a whole bunch of different ones you guys can check out. Where is the... Okay, cool. There we go. Let's just pop that in the comments for any guys that are looking. Like I said, it's not generally your you know, your meditation type frequencies. This is more for specific things. So yeah, there's a whole bunch there. If you guys go and check out Aura XX77's channel, he's got a lot of different frequencies on there for various different things. Various different things. It's hot, are we? Well, I mean, look, now you guys get it pretty warm all year round anyway. You guys are pretty used to the heat. I mean, and the humidity too. We don't ever get humidity here, which is good. So at least we get a nice dry heat. But yeah, it's we could use some cooler days over here for sure. For sure. You know, it's hot when it's cool in the kitchen. Yeah, that's, I can't imagine how that's going to work, but I don't know, do you guys have some good air conditioners in that kitchen? Do most commercial kitchens, or do most kitchens have, like, air conditioning in them? They should, with all that heat. But, all right, guys, don't forget, if you want to jump on the list, question today is, what are you taking too seriously? What are you taking too seriously? Dia, how are you, darling? Love the little kangaroo emoji. 2 feet of snow. I know. Well, that's, I mean, look, you know, when you guys are complaining about the heat, we're over here complaining about the cold, right? When you guys are complaining about the cold, we're over here complaining about the heat. So, I don't know, we're somewhere in the middle we can all meet and just be like content, right? Somewhere it's just, you know, just 21 degrees all the time. Somewhere in the middle. And maybe we should do that collective. Meet me in the middle somewhere. But, oh, look, at least you live in a space where you get snow and you can see snow. I don't even get that. We just get the extreme heat and just dismal rain in winter. We don't even get snow out here. So I don't get the two extremes, just one. And how has everybody been feeling? What's everyone been doing? Mystical. I mean, look, here trouble entered the room, right? Everybody watch out. Mystical's around. No. Mystical's around. Got to watch out for her. I've got to watch out for these Virgos up in here in this channel, right? Spirit, you want to give me just let's see what Spirit have got for us just in general with the energy. Oh, that's all right. You offered people in your Discord some snow today because there's plenty here. Any takers? Did anybody be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll take some snow? Fuck yeah, I'll take some snow. All right, Spirit, just let's just, while we're sitting here, let's do a little bit of a read, collective read, see what's popping out here. Oh, we've got a 6 of Swords, a 2 of Wands, and a 7 of Cups. Like that. Looks like somebody's sailing on to calmer water. Somebody's leaving some sort of situation, or you've left some sort of situation, collective. 2 of Wands, making plans. 7 of Cups, right? Taking a look at the menu. What's on the menu, baby? Okay, lots of options out there on the menu. You know, collective, what do you feel like eating, baby? What do you feel like eating? Well, what have we got this 3 of Cups in reverse for? We've got 3 of Cups in reverse coming out over here. What's this? 3 of Cups. Oh, shit. We got a Queen of Swords. Man, somebody been saying some shit. We got somebody out here saying some shit about a 3 of Cups in reverse. No, never. All right? Never. What is this 3 of Cups, Queen of Swords, energy, Spirit? Oh, 4 of Cups, 10 of Wands in reverse. Got the 10 of Wands in reverse first and the 4 of Cups. Ooh, what just fell? What just fell? Ooh, the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Keep going, Spirit. Keep going. No, is that what happened here? Is that what happened? Looks like to me, collective, somebody here could have been in a situation where somebody thought that potentially you wouldn't turn your back, right? So I think somebody was counting on somebody to still be a little bit codependent here, right? So somebody could have air in their chart, water in their chart, could be talking to a feminine, doesn't necessarily have to. Right, it's like somebody communicated something here, or was communicating something about letting go of some burdens here. But I don't know, there could have been an energy around you that, with that 4 of Cups, thought that 4 of Cups, Queen of Cups in reverse, and the 8 of Cups in reverse. It's like somebody was counting on somebody's codependency. Somebody was counting on somebody to kind of sit around and potentially wait for them. Knight of Swords, 3 of Swords. So I don't know, some sort of heartbreak, some sort of painful ending. Something here was could have been the catalyst for somebody getting moving, getting up, getting moving. 7 of Pentacles in reverse, up and away from something they were invested in that wasn't a good investment. Yeah, this was something that kept you stuck. Somebody stuck. There was somebody out here that was basically counting on somebody in the collective here to still be codependent on a situation or a relationship. Ace of Wands, that's somebody they're following their passion here, okay? There's also you, boundaries, right? Maintaining your boundaries, chasing your passions. Hold it right there. Hold it right fucking there. Stop right where you are. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Oh. We've got a lot of cards on the floor over here. Page of Cups in the reverse. So, what have we got down here? Well, somebody might have been a little bit back and forth on this decision. But it looks like in the end, somebody has freed themselves, 8 of Swords in reverse, freed themselves from some sort of situation, but not without a lot of drama, a lot of conflict going on here. Okay, this could have been within a family situation, 4 of Wands. There could be some sort of conflict going on within a family situation, about a family. What do we need to see here? Tower in reverse. Yeah, we've got somebody out here who is trying to avoid making some sort of changes. Okay, this could have been within a marriage here with the Hierophant, Six of Pentacles. There was something here, though, that was one-sided, right? Very one-sided energy. Somebody could have been married to a particular person. Oh, Six of Cups in the reverse, though. It looks like collective. It looks like you have released whatever this is. You want to go on the list, Gala? What are you taking too seriously? Hope it's not as funny as what mine was. That was fucking just... Spirit was like on the ball this morning with the jokes, weren't they? A little bit far to go to the dispensary. Oh, come on now. Is anything ever too far for that? Why not? Now what are you going to do, though? Oh, wait, Nat. Sorry. I'm like totally reading wrong. Nat wants one first, so Nat. Do you want one, though, Gala? You don't have to. You don't have to take one. You don't have to take one. Do you want to just give me a little closing message on this one, Spirit? Let's just sum this up in one word of where this is at right now. Oh, it's like Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords. So it looks like maybe somebody could be in Nine of Cups energy. Somebody could be in Nine of Swords energy. My left ear just started fucking pinging right there. Ooh, shit. You're curious to know what you're taking too seriously. Well, apparently I was taking a King of Pentacles in reverse too seriously. That was the best. It's exactly what I needed this morning for a good laugh. Don't anybody take a King of Pentacles in reverse too seriously, all right? Just remember, there are King of Pentacles in reverse. You can't take an energy like that seriously anyway. Take it seriously. What are you meant to take serious about that energy? I just love the way Spirit speaks sometimes. Funny stuff. Yes, you absolutely can, dear. I'm like, where the hell did I just put my pen? Right next to me. It was just hiding. It was just hiding there. All right. Now let's have a little look. See what is Nat taking too seriously, Spirit. What is Nat taking too seriously? Now the Two of Cups here, it could be, this could be your relationship. You could be taking your relationship maybe a little too seriously. I don't know, maybe if things have been a little bit serious between the two of you. If anyone's kind of feeling a little bit restricted or whatever, it might be time to, I don't know, look at having some sort of fun here. But taking things too seriously when it comes to partnerships, relationships, that sort of thing. So... we're going to get some interesting answers today, right? Let me know how that resonates, Nat. How's that resonating for you with your current situation? Are we taking our relationship too seriously, not having enough fun, or not spending enough time having fun? You just went and mooched off your neighbor? Fuck yeah, well that'll get you through, girl. Whatever gets you through, right? Whatever gets you through. Mr. Smokey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're already there. I don't know why you need to try and leap for the windowsill. It's a step up, buddy. It's one step up. Wow. Do you need some help, mate? Here, come here. I'll help you up there. Come here, Bubby. Come here. I'll help you. Mama help you. Here. There you go. Cat on a windowsill. There you go, buddy. All good. Cats successfully got their desexing on Tuesday as well, by the way. Neither of them wanted their little collar, their little head buckets. So they're doing great though, not touching their stitches, which is amazing. I was about to say amazing. But yeah, I don't know how he just missed that window. Feel like that. It was literally like just one step up. One step up. Hey community, I wouldn't be so polite with these people up in here calling them hey community. No need to be so polite with the chat. No, I'm just joking. Just joking. All right, Gala, let's have a look. What are you taking too seriously? Gala, with that Page of Swords in reverse, I don't know, you could be taking some sort of gossip too seriously, or just, shit that's being kind of said around and out and about at the moment. Paying too much mind, too much attention to the little whispers and people that just like to chat shit and, you know, talk shit, ain't about shit. Yeah, just don't pay it any attention. All right. So the Page of Swords in reverse is what you're taking too seriously, girl. Yeah, well, make sure you still try and guilty. I was like, make sure you still try and guilty. I'm like reading the next words that are on the screen. Yeah, make sure you guys, you know, try and make sure you guys still spend that one-on-one time as well together. I mean, it's great to get lost in your projects and for everyone to be, you know, but that can also be like an easy way of disconnecting over time, you know. Hey, excuse me, cheeky cat. But anyway, Gala, Page of Swords in reverse. So the gossip, the bullshit, the shit talking, all right? People's opinions, all right? Don't take that shit too seriously. Yeah, I think you have to. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Always something good to be, like, obviously something to always be mindful of, 100%. 100%. We can get pretty caught up in the drama other people like to create that, and we don't even want to be a part of, right? That's it. We do all have them. We absolutely do. We do. All right, DR, what are you taking too seriously? I don't know why I want to say yourself. King of Wands, right? So, yeah, you could be taking, exactly what I was going to say. You could be taking yourself a little bit too seriously. Maybe putting too much emphasis maybe on, you know, how you're showing up, things like that. Because you show up fabulously in the energy, right? You show up fabulously. Wait. Cheeky cat. Wait. What are you doing over here, mate? What is this? What is this? Can you go sleep in the cat tree, please? Go on, go play in the cat tree. You're welcome, Nat. You prefer to be the whole ass, personally, not just the asshole. Oh, yeah, each to their own. Each to their own, right? Each to their own. Libra Sun Lady, today we are doing quite an intentional stream. So the question we're actually asking today is, what are you taking too seriously? So that's what we're reading for at the moment. If you would like a different question, $5 super chat USD or up, and you can ask whatever you want, preferably excluding love reads, right? But yeah, today's intentional. What are you taking too seriously? Taking everything too seriously right now? Look, we can, you know what? We can all get into, listen, I'm taking this cat too seriously right now. Wait, come on now. Stop it. Look at you. See, I did you a little favor, little kitten, and helped you up on the windowsill because you slipped and tripped and you fell. But now you're just making mischief. All right? It's time for you to go down. Good boy. You're getting real plump, Smokey. He's starting to get some weight on him, right? He's getting quite chunky, the little boy. I mean, DR, go easy on yourself, man. I feel like you're probably a lot like me. Just go, you know, unnecessarily hard on yourself, you know. When you really don't need to, you know, you really don't need to. The cat, yeah, well, man, I'm like, what the fuck, man? He just, you know, helped him up there. Also, he could just harass behind me. Listen, I've got some complaints for Hell's Hell's HR department. Have you got time to take some complaints today, or is the line currently busy? Is the line currently busy, or what? What? What are we taking too seriously? Yeah, well, that's it. But there's look, there's probably one or two things, right, that you know, might be kind of taking your focus or taking your energy away, that, you know, you're way too serious about, that either you just need to, you know, bring some lighthearted energy into, or you really just don't need to take whatever that is seriously, right? So hopefully Spirit can pinpoint something a bit more than just everything, right? I mean, we all fall victim to taking shit too far too seriously. And I mean, some people just don't take some shit seriously enough, right? There's definitely some people in the collective, or should I say in the world, that could or should take some shit a little bit more seriously. It should do, but anyway, if you guys would like to get a read on that, let me know in the questions below. Let me know in the fucking comment section. I'm like, see what I mean? I can't stand streaming in this lounge room. It's not my jam. It's not my space. Right? This isn't Leo's vibe up in here. And then I can hear Darren in the background going, oh, like about my budget backdrop over here. You're taking an empty truck way too seriously. Well, I mean, look, that's business, right? Like, that's business. And over time, that could probably have a pretty shitty effect, you know, when you don't, when you're not maximizing your equipment. Right? So a truck that's staying still for too long is probably not a great thing, but hey, you two. Wait, how do you just get up there and just start biting her, man? Like, she was peaceful. You got some issues, bro. Smokey's got some issues. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people looking for a job, Laughlin. It doesn't mean they're fucking qualified. Doesn't mean they're qualified for the position or that you want them there. I love that, dear. That's great. That is fucking awesome. I mean, who'd have thought it'd be so hard to get somebody to do that job, right? And to do it properly. You would assume one needs to study some sort of rocket science or something, you know? Hey! See, I swear I need my water bottle in here to just spray the cats a little bit and break up the fight. But no, they've been really good without touching their stitches and playing with their shit. Oi, you two! Oi! Mum's putting her foot down. Seriously? You know what? Fuck each other up. I don't care. Just don't cost me a vet bill, you two. That's all. We'll be doing some home vet stuff if you guys get in any. I don't know if you guys can hear the cats in the back. Oi! You know, they're just like standing back from each other, looking at each other. Seriously, I don't know if you guys are friends or foe today, but she was up there like perfectly. Wait, listen, Smokey. I'm going to start throwing shit back, right? Wait. Psst. Stop doing that. There you go. That got him down. There you go. Stop harassing her. You all right, beautiful girl? Hello, my pretty princess. She likes when I talk to her like in a particular voice and say particular things to her. She gets quite worked up when you call her pretty princess, but you do it in like a purring cat voice. It's a jam. That gets her like drooling and sitting way too close to your whole everything. She's just like, yeah. See, you're happy now, aren't you? He's gone. She can get some peace and quiet up there. Oh, yes, DR, you know what? Like, I swear, DR wants like Star Student of the Week. He wants all the brownie points, right? I'm sure there's plenty of people that cringe at the fucking cringe when they hear my voice. I'm sure of it. Is there anything else that I'm taking too seriously? Wait, Mystical Gala, if there's anything else I'm taking too seriously, it's that Ten of Cups in reverse. They're like, don't sweat it, babe. Don't sweat that King of Pentacles in reverse and that Ten of Cups in reverse. Life's been better ever since, right? Well, yeah, ain't that the fucking truth? Ain't that the truth, right? Ain't that the fucking truth? You absolutely can, Kylie. I'll just do yours straight now, right? So Spirit, let's have a look. What is Kylie taking too seriously? You see what I did? See what I did to break up that fight? I ruined one of my tarot question cards. All right, let's have a look, Kylie. What are you taking too seriously? Mister, get away from her. You are such an instigator, right? She's just up there minding her own damn business, right? And he's just... Okay, I'm going to get one more because this could be... this could be, it could be a couple of things. So I don't know if you're maybe potentially, we've got the Hierophant out here, in the upright. So I don't know whether you're being maybe a little bit, or just, wait, you two, seriously? I don't know, maybe you could be taking, excuse me 1 second, guys. Just need to get something from the bedroom. Hold up. Oh, every time I shake it, don't even make me shake it. I don't want to have to squeeze the trigger, but when you hear this bottle shaking, you know you're in trouble, mister. Careful, Claire, please. You were just about to fall out the cat tree. So I don't know. You could be taking, this is something of tradition, right? Could be something or trying to follow rules too much. I don't know if you're trying to go by the book when it comes to something, Kylie. This could be a marriage, but I feel like this is more like you feeling like, or taking the idea of like doing things the right way, maybe a little bit too seriously. So you could be being a little bit hard on yourself. All right. So it's I know why I want to say maybe like feel free to don't feel free to do whatever the fuck you want, but you can break the mold a little bit, and it's probably not going to hurt too much, you know. But you might be taking something of tradition a little bit too seriously right now. So much bad stuff has been happening to those wishing bad on you after someone return to sender. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, right. Them return to senders, man. Don't be having any fun for anybody with going anywhere, does it? I know why I keep want to say, or Kylie, why I want to say like going by the book, doing something by the book, right? Or feeling like you need to do something by the book. Rewrite the book. I don't know why I want to say, just rewrite the whole book, you know? Make your own rules. Oh, they were scrapping, yeah. He just, like, any chance he can get to go and pester, oh, baby girl, you okay? Shit. Any opportunity he can get to go and pester her, right? And like he's so unsuspecting too. Like he really seven of swords is like the poor girl, because he creeps up all like, you know, like he's just coming in for a hug or a cuddle or a snuggle or a, you know, whatever. And he'll sit there and he'll do something nice to her for 2 seconds and then just start biting at her, right? And you know, she's so patient with him. You're so patient with him, baby girl. Come here, baby. Hello, pretty girl. Hello, my pretty girl. Who's my pretty girl? Hey, you my pretty girl? If you was my best friend, I want you around all the time. They start drooling already, like 2 seconds into a holding her and she already starts drooling. Never let them know your next move. I don't know, DR. Sometimes I like to let them know my next move because they think I'm not going to do it, and then you do, right? They're like, we'll call her bluff, right? And they're like, she ain't bluffing. She ain't bluffing. No, she's not. No, she's not. When she says she's going to do something these days, she bloody does it, doesn't she? She does. No, don't walk on the computer. That's the only thing I ask, little princess. What you got dust on you for? Where'd you go and get dusty, hey? My little dusty girl. My little dusty girl, huh? Oh, it looks like, how long's my, okay, so I've had spaghetti bolognese. I've had the sauce cooking for almost like 10 hours now. Slow cooked, longer, almost 12. Slow cooked for 8 hours overnight, and then I've kept cooking it. Family mix has just gone off now. What are you doing, little lady? Princess. Don't press the buttons. Don't push the buttons. What just happened there? Oh, now I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Why was we so behind over here? That's bizarre. If you guys can hear that noise in the background, that's my Thermomix telling me it's done. They're like, it's done, madam. Your food is done. Yes, it is, isn't it? That was nice and easy putting that on last night. And now I've got sauce for whenever I need it. I was going to go in the freezer for when I need a quick meal, just pull it out. And you have to try what sometime? Try what exactly? Not letting them know your next move, or... Man, what is with this computer? I feel like sound goes up, sound goes down. Cats being annoying, dogs being annoying, the weather being annoying, everything's annoying. Oh, my nose is going to get itchy now from the cat hair. Well, DR, like for me, obviously, the kids, right? Kids are always a motivating factor for cooking, like, good meals, but the more prepared I can be for, like, during the week when I've got them here, then hopefully the easier those days should be, you know, make sure everything's kind of done so I'm not running ragged, you know, making sure that everything's taken care of. Because, yeah, it's just still, again, me and my projects, right? Me and all these things that I want to achieve, and my forever growing to-do list. So just trying to get a bit more organized with stuff like that, and meal prepping, meal planning, things like that. Same with like scheduling some of these streams there. I don't know if you guys have seen, if you haven't looked already, go have a look on the community tab. There's a post there which will show you the different live streams that we're doing as of Monday next week, which for you guys over there will start on Sunday. So obviously the times, because they're all pre-scheduled lives, you guys should be able to see exactly what the times are. So for those of you guys that are members, there'll be 2 members live streams. And we're going to just try this out and see how this kind of goes. So yeah, incorporating a few other different ideas, but yeah, there's a bit of a schedule for next week, and yeah, we'll just try, we'll see how it goes, see what needs adjusting, see how it fits with my schedule, that sort of thing, and yeah, we'll go from there. I have to make lists, dear. I have to make lists. Although I don't know why I keep doing them, because every time I do make lists, they look really overwhelming, to be honest. Because it's not just like, you know, it's not just like the stuff that I'm doing with work that I've got that I'm like listing. It's, you know, like my own personal shit. Then it's the kids stuff. Then it's the household things. So there's always a lot. So sometimes, I'll be honest, those lists kind of make me feel overwhelmed. So, you know, sometimes you just got to take the day as it comes, you know, like sometimes you can plan for doing X, Y, Z, and the day just calls for something altogether different, you know. It's like I didn't plan on needing that much time off the channel as like I've had, but it did help me to get caught up with some shit around here, which was good, and things like that. And getting closer and closer to completing the website, which is good as well. But I mean, then what, like next week or whatever, like the new computer arrives, everything like that. So then there's new like setup of all that. You know, it's just like it's forever. There's just forever something to do with this business and just life in general. I mean, kids just went back to school and sorting them out, and you know. It is nice just, you know, sometimes it is nice just driving. Sometimes the nicest thing you can do is just get on the road and fucking drive to nowhere, right? No intended destination, just enjoying the journey. I'm not used to the strange noises in this house. I only live here, right? I only live here. What is that? Oh my God. All right, that's what it is. I was like, what's that freaking noise now? It's the lounge room door just here, just smacking on the other chair that's there. Move. Go close that. Yeah, there we go. Better. See what I mean? Like, just, what am I taking too seriously? The noises in my lounge room. The noises in my lounge room. All right, Spirit. I'm just going to get another little pull here. Show me what's going on in the energy around these folk. Oh, busted, right? Fucking busted. If not now, eventually, right? All truths must come to light. Somebody could potentially be regretting some shit, right? Ain't that a bitch? You got busted, huh? What do you regret? Getting busted or whatever you did? What is this Seven of Swords in reverse? Five of Cups energy. Oh, the Magician in reverse. Who's out here manipulating, collective? I'm sure we all know an energy like that, don't we? Somebody who's just about to get busted for their manipulation, and oh my God, are they gonna regret some shit, right? Can't we just like, can we just, you know, I don't want to fight. Oh, I bet you don't. I bet you don't. I don't want any arguments out here. I don't think you get a fucking choice. Well, it could be talking to somebody who's sitting in Empress energy. I don't know. It could be an Empress out here, man, where somebody does not want to be fighting with you. Why does somebody not want to be fighting with this Empress energy? Spirit? Why? Okay. Well, again, we're getting the same Three of Cups in the reverse coming out here. Somebody doesn't really want to be battling with this Empress. But this, whatever somebody got busted for, could be over that Three of Cups in reverse. Oh, Ten of Wands, right. So somebody's feeling burdened here, feeling the weight of, oh, what are they feeling the weight of? Somebody's feeling the weight of their lies, collective. Okay. Somebody is feeling the weight of their lies, or the burdens, right? The burdens that their lies have created, their bad decisions, not speaking the truth. But no, somebody just doesn't seem to see it the way that it is, right? Hangman in reverse and the Fool in reverse, right? So they're foolishly just ignoring, right, what's potentially right in front of them. We've got a juggler. Oh, somebody created some sort of circus for themselves, did they, collective? Uh-oh, spaghettios. Right. Oh, who we got here on the bottom? We got an Emperor in reverse at the bottom. As I split the deck, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Man, let me tell you, Empress, whoever you are, somebody does not want beef with you, baby. Somebody doesn't want beef with you. Somebody doesn't want beef with you. Shame to this person. It's definitely somebody that collective you have said, see you later, right? See you later, alligator. I'm walking away, man. This had to come in. Whoever you are, like me, you're not even looking back, right? This is not a I'm looking back, right? You're not even looking back. You're not even looking back. Yeah. Not looking back. I'm not going to take that Six of Cups on the split because I'm sure it'll pop out if it needs to. When the clowns take over the castle, it doesn't make them king. That's a good one. I like that. I like that. So, I don't know. Somebody, again, either you or this person, collective, right? Somebody could be at a bit of an indecision here on what to do, right? I'm kind of getting, though, somebody here doesn't know what decision to make, nor can they see where they're headed. Okay, love's in reverse, so there's some sort of disharmony here, right? Something's out of balance. And we've got a King of Swords in the reverse, right? Somebody's been cold, manipulative. Yada, yada, yada. Same shit, different day. And we've got a Queen of Cups and an Eight of Pentacles. So looks like we've got somebody, though, out here. This could be a mother figure, right? This could be you. I'm not even going to say the person you're dealing with, collective. This has to be on the collective side, man, because I'll tell you what, whatever this energy is certainly very different from who's afraid. I'm saying who's afraid of who. We could have, though, a working parent here, a parent who's been working very, very hard, right, nurturing something, pouring into self, loving oneself, right? But I'm just getting a lot of growth, a lot of abundance, a lot of looking after something, all right? So feeling quite enthusiastic about whatever it is that you're working on out there, collective. Again, could be a mother figure, doesn't necessarily have to be, could be a father figure too. Okay. Well, I know some people don't call it karma. Some people just, you know, some people like to call it more of like, poor me, woe is me. It's not karma. I'm being hard done by. So I don't know. Somebody could be feeling a bit trapped here. Trapped, strapped, right? What did you do? What did you do? Well, somebody here was insecure, right? Insecure about something, okay? Insecure about something here and has not invested quite wisely. Seven of Pentacles and the King of Wands in the reverse. Oh, we got a King of Cups in the reverse. Well, I mean, shit. What happens? That's what happens, man, when, you know, you don't really commit yourself to anything. You're not emotionally balanced or stable. Haven't completed cycles. Repeating the same shit over and over and over, whether that be in your own life or whether that be generational fucking cycles here. Okay, but it's like with the moon here, right? Looks like this Emperor thought they could be a little bit sneaky and get away with something. Well, it looks like there's something here that's been communicated here, and we could very well see some sort of, oh, we got the Wheel of Fortune, sudden change, followed by the Tower, kaboom. Looks like something's blowing up in this Emperor in reverse's face, right? Looks like something's about to blow up in somebody's face. Whoopsie. Ten of Swords. Yeah, well, this person decided that they wanted to betray somebody. Looks like that's what's coming back to them, right? Collective, somebody decided to try to Ten of Swords you, right? Something could be coming to light, right? There could be some sort of communication here, which is bringing a tower for, yeah, this is a situation where there was a bit of a loss, right? Now, funny enough, Spirit told me not to take 10 of Cups in reverse so seriously today. I thought that was gold. Right, they're like, don't even worry about that loss, man. That ain't shit. Don't even worry about it. I was like, you're right, it ain't shit. But, yeah, it looks like there's going to be some sort of tower moment for somebody. Because we've got something moving, something changing. Oh, there's a split that Queen of Swords. Somebody said something, huh? We've got a Queen of Swords who said something. Bringing something to light, okay? Well, there could be the Queen of Swords bringing something to light or wanting to bring something to light, bringing something out into the open. Oh, collective. I'm sure a lot of you people have actually warned these energies from the past, right? You've warned these energies from the past. Now, I feel like the reason why, whoever you are, collective, the reason why you're able to say something and see something, it's because of the work you've done, the healing that you've done, right? So somebody here has potentially healed some, I'm going to say, behavior within themselves, right? Which makes it really, really easy to see when shit's not right, okay? When shit's just not right. So there's an Ace of Cups in reverse here. For who? Who's this Ace of Cups in reverse for? Spirit, please, and thank you. Don't forget, guys, if anybody would like to get a reading about what are you taking too seriously, well, this is somebody who held back on their emotions, held back their feelings, didn't listen to their intuition when it came to some sort of plans, all right? So we've got a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse over here. Okay, we've got somebody feeling insecure. Could also be somebody who's very, very greedy, right? But again, we've got disharmony, shit out of balance. The usual sagas, the usual stories. Spirit, can I ask this? What is it that this we're gonna call it the not so great energy? What is it that the not so great energy doesn't see coming for them? What is it this person doesn't see coming for them? Page of Pentacles in reverse. So, well, thank you, Laughlin. It looks like whoever this person is who collective has caught out isn't going to have much success with anything that they're trying to manifest here. Right, it's going to be nice. Man, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, Lovers in the reverse, looking at a bit of a Nine of Swords kind of energy for whoever that energy is. So, man, Spirit, are we pulling on more than one energy out here? I feel like, you know, we've got a few little energies floating around out there that would fit that description, don't we? If you guys know, you definitely know, yeah. What else doesn't this energy see coming? Oh, well, they're going to lose some sort of control here. I mean, they've already lost control, out of control. No control, baby, no control. This person's got no control over a situation. Knight of Wands in reverse. So, I don't know, somebody could be, can end up slowly freaking losing control of themselves and start doing some stupid shit, right? With whatever this tower is, it's about to hit this energy, these energies. I want to say these energies, right? Full sideways. Well, Spirit's like, no, pretty damn stupid when you fuck yourself up, right? It's pretty stupid when you fuck yourself up. Interesting. Whatever this person's done, collective too, right? There's going to be a lot of talk, right? With that Page of Swords, there's going to be a lot of gossip, or there could have been, or there could already be a lot of gossip going on about the way that you've recovered from something or managed to have some sort of recovery from this energy, right? Or potentially how this energy wasn't even able to fucking touch you, right? Knight of Pentacles, because whoever you are, you're still slowly moving towards your manifestations, okay? That shit's solid. Not feeling burdened or any of that ish either, right? So somebody's going to have to watch this, right? Somebody's going to have to watch things become easier and easier for you, or listen to people talk about how things are becoming easier and easier for you, while shit gets kind of harder for them because somebody refused to learn their lessons, right? They refuse to learn the lessons that probably gone through multiple times here. Okay, again, this could be within family dynamics, doesn't necessarily have to be, right? But look, it pays to just go and do the healing, doesn't it, right? It pays to just go and be single and celibate and fucking do your healing work, right? So you're not walking around fucking healing people, right? Causing delays in your own life. Yeah, again, man, this is... Somebody could have also gone towards quite a codependent energy, right? We've got a King and Queen of Cups in the reverse showing up. So I don't know if there could be two people together that don't really see that they're actually very, very, both codependent energies, right? So they could be somehow getting mixed up with each other, right? I mean, that's probably the worst combination of anything, right? Codependency, you know? It's definitely something that before you go getting into anything else, you want to heal so that you're not causing yourself pain, right? And drama. Well, some people probably can't see past their own noses, Laughlin, because they're Pinocchios, right? And their nose is just far too big for them to see past it, right? That's what happens when you've told so many lies, right? Your nose grows. I know, collective, man. I don't feel sorry for these energies that are finding out what happens when you're dishonest, when you don't go heal, when you don't do the work, when you involve other people into the mix of your treachery, your fucking lies, right? Your deceit, right? The way that it hurts other people as well. Innocent people, people that had nothing to do with, you know, the reason why you're so scorned in the first place, you know? And yes, hurt people, but there comes a point, or there should come a point in time, right, where you just kind of look at your life and you go like, do I really want to fucking live like this anymore, you know? And start to recognize, right, what's the common denominator in all our fuck ups and all our relationships and everything. Success, failure, no matter what it is, right? The common denominator is always you, right? It's always your choices. So whether that be, you know, you chose to overlook red flags, you chose to stay too long, you chose to invest in the wrong person, you chose to people please, whatever the fuck it is, right? Recognize that you are the common denominator in every single circumstance that you encounter. That is where your power lies, because that's where you get to take shit back, change shit, do something different. But, you know, and there was something that I heard the other day, right? Like, you know, therapy only works when you tell the truth, right? So don't go wasting your money and go on a therapy if you're not going to tell your therapist the truth, or if you're not going to be honest about shit, man. Nobody can help you when you're a pathological liar, you know, and when you pretend like nothing's wrong. Who can help you then when you're perfect, you know? We've all been guilty of it. Myself, probably the biggest person I fucking know. But, you know, when you're sitting on the other side of facing all of that stuff, it's a lot easier to see what the benefits of actually putting the work in are, right? And the benefits fucking well outweigh the avoidance, right? The avoidance, because that avoidance, man, that just keeps repeating cycles. And it doesn't matter what you try to tell yourself. Oh, it's going to be different. Next one's going to be different. No, right? Do yourself a favor. And, you know, if you've been a person that knows that, you know, you've hurt people too, as much as they've hurt you, go heal before you take that to anybody else, right? Go look at what it is that, you know, that is there, that's making you make certain choices that puts you in situations where you're not happy, right? Where you become out of character or toxic. When we talk about toxicity, we're talking about it on all levels. We're not talking about it we're talking about it even on low levels, right? Low level toxicity over time still impacts us just as much as the big shit does. Sometimes the big shit just hits and it fucking makes things fall apart quicker, but sometimes that, a long-term mild toxicity can be fucking far worse, right? Far worse. But I think every single person who's been in a not great relationship needs to take complete and full accountability for the fact that they were in that relationship also based off of their own issues, right? It's like it's not just a matter of like one person, man. We don't get to some of these stories of deceit and betrayals and fucking third parties and the nastiness that we've seen in some of these stories out here by only one person having issues and being toxic. Okay, because at some point you signed up for that, you continued to sign up for it, you didn't maintain boundaries. Okay, so yes, that is a level of toxicity when you are codependent, when you don't have boundaries, right? That all falls into the same category. I'm seeing 222 on my screen, right? So, it doesn't do us any good by just looking at the other side, right? We're better off looking at what were our patterns, what were the things that we do, or what are the things that we do repetitively in relationships that we keep having these experiences, or that we have this experience, right? Because you got to choose that shit for it to be, in your world. So if you're not choosing it, well, then it shouldn't be in your world, right? If you're protecting your peace, if you've got good boundaries, then you shouldn't experience it. If you're not overlooking red flags, if you're not, going for people that aren't in alignment, that sort of shit, then there shouldn't be problems, It'd be like me expecting my life to be different just by bringing somebody into my world right now, just because I don't want to do life and my responsibilities alone, right? But I know that's the stupidest thing I could do. That's what I did the last time I dated a person very, very briefly, and I found out very, very quickly that actually I do life better alone without somebody being a fucking burden than with somebody around. You know what I mean? Like, if they're not in alignment, they're not in alignment, and one way or another, they're going to impact what you're doing. Okay, whether it be in big ways or small ways, sometimes in ways that you can't recognize until it's far too late, and there goes another decade of life, right? But even if it's people that have taken too much from us, have taken our kindness for weakness, that's on us, right? That's on us to not give to the wrong people and to not give for the wrong reasons, Give without expectation, and then that way you never hurt, But that's the thing. Over time, some of us learn it, some people don't, okay? Not everybody, and not everybody wants to see these truths either. Some people just love to absolutely live in their fucking lies, right? The fantasies that they've created. Investing in the wrong people, it's just easier to walk away. That's it, exactly, right? Exactly. And then start to learn who to invest in or what to invest in, Start to look at why we invest in certain people and, what we allow in. I mean, look at what I allowed in. Two little toxic cats that sit here and fight all day. Right? Like, I've got to sit there. I've got to say, man, Smokey's a little bit on the toxic side, man. The way he ropes her in, and she sits there and she takes it. But that's because she's got no boundaries with him, right? Like, she needs to have stronger boundaries with the cat sneaking up on her and going from I want to love you to I want to freaking take a chunk out of your throat. What are you staring at the wall for and sniffing it? Does it smell good up there, buddy? Does it need cleaning? It's been a weirdo today. What are you... Wait. Psst, seriously, what are you... can you smell hair on the wall? I think you can smell hair on the wall. Well, no, it's always... I mean, look, the thing is, when you're not healed, right? When you're not healed, when you don't know your self-worth, you don't value yourself, you don't have boundaries. No, it's the fucking hardest thing to do is walk away, right? That's the hardest thing to do. But you know what's even harder? Fucking staying until it completely destroys what's left of you, right? That's what's worse, That's what's worse. I mean, the amount of times I tell myself, if I'd have just walked away and stayed away the first time I did it, right? Like, fuck, would have saved myself years of fucking drama. Like, years of it. Who knows? I might have been so much more further ahead in my journey than I am now. But, look, I think for me, I can sit there and say, look, the path had to be the way it had to be because of what I'm destined to do. So, a little bit different. But, you know, it's... if we're getting to this point in the game where, you know, we're seeing all these truths about the people we've been with, we need to see these truths about ourselves, and we need to be far more aware of what we're walking into up ahead. And man, cutoff game, if you don't have a grade cutoff game, man, in your healing journey, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be really difficult because so many people, so many toxic, low vibrational people become attracted to, you know, people that are achieving, people that are successful. And if you haven't healed those issues, the codependencies, the needing approval, needing validation, any of that shit, like it's a hard journey. It's a hard road to escape energies like that. Can you explain that to me, DR? Because I mean, look, moving into the woods or taken to the sea sounds actually quite nice, to be honest. Sounds very peaceful. Sounds like a place where one would go to clear their fucking mind, right? After these relationships. Just don't stay there too long, maybe. Don't stay out in the woods too long or adrift in the sea for too long. Make sure you come back to reality or come back to the rest of us, right? And yeah, I know, right? I know? DR tripping, man. There's a lot of us that would go to the woods, DR. Ain't nothing wrong with the woods. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but it's also again, like, you know, again, there's so many factors for each individual to take into account with their own journeys as well. So much. It would be therapy, wouldn't it? Absolutely. Or it could also be, though, you know, isolation, you know, intentionally isolating yourself so, you know, you can protect yourself rather than do the healing, learn how to discern energy properly and make better choices. That would be the ultimate, right? Is to be able to make the better choices is definitely the way to go. You know what's hard to, okay, you know what's hard to leave your single life for someone that's not worth it. 100%, 100%. And that's how you got to be, right? Because why would you disrupt 9 years of peace for toxicity? You know, for toxicity. I mean, I'm curious I'm curious to think though, right? Like, it makes me curious because I do know a lot of really good men and women. So I'm just wondering where are we still finding these more toxic energies anyway? And do we need to maybe like address, you know, the avenues and realms in which we seek connections, right? You really enjoy your solitude. Yeah, it's good to have that alone time. Absolutely. Yeah, I do get that. And I think that's you know, another challenge that a lot of people will tend to face, right? Is once you've been on your own for so long, you know, like trying to reshare space with people and get used to how like living with other people. I mean, unless like, you know, you've had housemates, things like that, and you're kind of used to things like that. It's, I mean, shit. Sometimes you might think it might be actually easier to deal with a partner respecting, you know, certain things within your space than it would be like a housemate who doesn't get it. But, yes, they are because you very much you're drawing upon your true masculine energy, right? Protecting to provide. So it's hard, but look, DR, you can certainly offer that to yourself, you know, until it becomes, you know, unsatisfactory, and then I don't know, do some charity work, buddy, do some charity. But I think this is where as well, like just, you know, learning to build better friendships, you know, would be a really good start for a lot of people. and just to have that companionship is just, it's find your tribe, right? Find people that are in alignment with where you're at, that don't necessarily, aren't necessarily looking for like, romantic relationships, but where there's still companionship, right? I mean, there's a lot of fucking people on this planet, right? A lot of people on this planet. Nobody actually has to be alone. But I think the other thing is as well, people become so distrusting after the shit they've been through. And I hate to say, if your issue is that you're in that mindset of like DTA, don't trust anybody, then that's also probably something you want to look at healing, right? Because I mean, there are people that you can or that you could trust, but whatever you've been through has obviously impacted you enough where it's created different issues, right? Where you are so skeptical. Some people like so fucking skeptical don't give anything a go, and that could also be as well like you've made some. I mean, how many of us as well have had to relearn how to trust ourselves with making decisions because we've seen ourselves make a fucking lifetime of shitty ones, right? I mean, I know it. I still sometimes question certain decisions, but I have to put my big girl pants on and go, well, look at the choices that you've made up until now, right? And try and have some faith in yourself that you've made better ones, that you can actually trust the change or the choices that you want to make now as being good ones, right? It's about learning how to trust yourself again, learning discernment. There's a whole another side to it that we also need to learn. We can't just stop at walking away and no longer being abandoned and codependent if it means that we then isolate as a means of protection or to avoid any further hurt. There's other things that are at play that will be impacting the way you move through life. Look, I don't envy true divine masculine, not in this world anyway. It's very, very difficult. But in the same sense, you try being a feminine who's divine feminine, who's not only standing strongly in her divine feminine energy, but standing also strongly in her masculine energy, right? That shit makes you like unapproachable to a lot of people, right? People don't want to approach women who appear to either have their shit together or look like they're high maintenance or, I mean, that's the thing, like, if you look too good, ladies, right? Don't look too good. Don't look too expensive, okay? Because then you will deter men from wanting to pursue you because now you look like they can't afford you, right? Whole time you're out here just affording yourself anyway. It doesn't even matter. But you get what I'm saying? Like it is hard, and there's not a lot of numbers out there, right? Not a lot of numbers. There's a lot, and then that's the thing. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to struggle, handing over power to each other because they've been so used to holding it on to for themselves for so long. Well, yeah, that's it. No divine feminine wants divine masculine to be afraid of her, right? I mean, if he's afraid of her, fuck, man, what's he gonna protect her from? The other big bad shit that is probably scarier. But yeah, I mean, I'd be curious to know where are divine masculines actually looking for, like, where are you putting yourself out there where you guys are still meeting toxic feminine energies? Of course they're easy to meet. They're fucking everywhere, dear. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Literally everywhere. It's like there's still no space really that's created for like genuine people, right? That genuinely want to connect, that have genuinely healed, that genuinely understand divine masculine, divine feminine energy. Right? Like there seems to be no real space for it. There is, even within, even within spiritual communities, right? Like, I think I was scrolling past a something on Facebook like the other day, and I don't go on there very often because I'm not a scroller. I don't really scroll social media or any of that shit or use it. But I was on there for a particular reason, looking for something, and seeing a post of somebody posting it was a singles, like it was a spiritual singles group, and people just posting like fucking how creepy some of the fucking creepy, unspiritual, and just toxic some of the people, even on pages like that are. Like just because you eat a few mushies and go to a bush doof doesn't make you spiritual, doesn't make you divine either. It doesn't. I mean, hey, look, at least at the bare minimum collective, right? We've got each other in these chats to continuously point out the lack the lack of people that are worthy of committing yourself to, right? Like, I mean, shit. Like, I'd rather be in our position than to be, say, on this side of the equation, right? So, let's just give you a little example, right? So, let's just say you were put into, or like you were with somebody, you got put into a third party situation, right? So you found out, you decided to up and leave, right? So now by default, the person that you used to be with is now by default with the other person. You know what would suck most? Being that other fucking person on the other side that really only got your person or the person that you were with purely because you were like, man, I'm fucking up out of here with that shit, right? Like, imagine winning that way, you know? That would be you'd be like, fuck yeah, I won the prize, right? Give me that trophy now. Well, I mean, look, I can say I definitely used to struggle with connection. Like, I would always be that person where you'd call me and I would just sit, I know the phone's ringing, but I would sit and just let it ring out because I can't have this conversation with you. So, like, I'm not going to answer, but then, like, 20 minutes later, I'll send you a text message, hey, what's up? Because, like, I'm trying to divert from that one-to-one connection. You're taking numbers too seriously. What do you mean? What numbers? Exactly what numbers are we talking about? What numbers are you taking too seriously? But yeah, I think the other thing is sometimes we don't realize. Yeah, a lot of us are all just looking for the same fucking thing. Um, Okay, so you're just finding signs in everything, taking okay, well, hang on, wait, taking too seriously how? Like trying to like live by it or like you're just constantly like looking for it. I mean don't look for it, whatever you do. Don't intentionally like, go to the clock to check what it is, right? It's just if you're there, you're there. But if they're showing up, then they're showing up to get your attention for some sort of reason. But there's not a whole lot you can do about it unless, like I said, you're going to the places and looking for them. If you've got too many clocks about, if you've got too many different avenues where numerology can show up, then start covering some stuff. Turn it off. Don't use it. Don't look at it. But certainly don't go hunting for it. Right? I mean, some days, like, I get to a point where Spirit will show me so many numbers, man. I'm like, oh, Spirit, I don't even care anymore. I don't even know. I haven't even fucking gotten through like the first 25 like synchronicities you've given me today and processed that yet before like you're giving me more. I don't even care. You know what I mean? I start to switch off and not pay attention because not everything is, going to be a vital sign. I think if it really needs to find you, it's gonna find you. But yeah, try not to go like looking for it. That makes sense. Like I used to do that as well, like trying to look for the confirmation and look for the thing. And it does. You can drive yourself fucking mad looking for numbers. Absolutely. Yes, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and do all the YouTubey thingies. I cannot wait until cooler weather. I just want to get back in that studio so I don't feel so out of whack in here. Yes. Is everything a sign? No, not everything. Not everything. Not everything. I mean, you know, a lot of people take far too seriously themselves, you know. Yeah, I get that too, Everblue. I get that too. So sometimes, I mean, sometimes spirit will tell me to like, I'll get guided to add stuff up to get to something. And sometimes I won't. Sometimes spirit's just like, nope, it's that. Sometimes it's like, yes, do some math here, you know what I mean? And then get to the number. So no, I do think though sometimes we do we can obviously as well. Our thoughts perpetuate our reality, right? So don't forget that's also our manifesting power. So we can just as easily start manifesting shit that actually it like isn't spirit, you know what I mean? That's actually just us trying to manifest this stuff and or manifesting this stuff. I mean, try asking for confirmations about something, right? Spirit giving it to you in numerology, and then you being like, oh, I'm still not sure. I'm still can't like I need you to double, triple confirm that for me, spirit. Like, and literally I did that about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago with a situation. And spirit are like, how much confirmation do you need, woman, before you see what's right in front of you? And I was just like, give me the evidence right in front of me. And it was just like, well, they had to, because apparently I wasn't satisfied. I just saw 122 on my screen on the timer. Apparently I wasn't satisfied enough with the answer because somehow it was creating confusion for me. There was no confusion, right? It was pretty black and white, but you know, I was creating confusion for myself. Yeah, and that's it. Ask spirit to clarify maybe when you're seeing too much of it and you feel like it's an overload. And maybe it is that you are missing something and that you do need to ask spirit, hey spirit, I feel like you're trying to tell me something. I don't feel like I'm getting a clear picture. Can you give me like one real standout, or can you show me in one real standout kind of synchronicity so I can pay attention to it and recognize that's what it is, you know? Otherwise we get lost. We get lost. Tinder, fuck no. Dating apps, no. Negative. Negative. Tinder, dating apps, man, like those, no. No. That's, yeah, definitely no. I mean, how many successful Tinder stories, how many successful Tinder stories have any of you guys heard? Any? If any? How many of your own have you had? None, right? They've all been tragedies. They've all been something that you know Shakespeare could have written some sort of epic tragic fucking play over, right? Tinder. Yeah, everybody would be out there looking for their Tinderella, you know what I mean? Tinderella, is this your slipper? No, it's some other hose that you banged last week, actually. It's not mine, right? Oh, ever since I touched that cat and the cat went near my nose, I knew you'd make my nose tickle. What are you sitting down there for? Princess, come here, baby girl. Hey, come here, my little princess. My little princess. She's giving me daggers right now. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. DR, nice little perv too, freaking. But yeah, there isn't a lot of wholesome spaces, you know, for people to actually connect. I don't know. Maybe that's the next bright idea. Somebody needs. I don't know. Somebody's got time up their sleeve, right? Wants to start a new project, right? Maybe this is the challenge to take up. You know, I mean, shit. If I had another me, and like 24 more hours in a day, sure, I would take up the challenge of trying to create or facilitate some sort of space like that. But you know, and getting multiple psychic mediums to like tap into one's energy before they can be approved for you know, getting out and about in and amongst the community. You know, feel like you have to have like multiple people within the spiritual community like actually vouch for your energy and things like that before you're spiritually approved. But too many fish, too many, and they all look the fucking same. Like, I mean, shit, even when I was fucking toxic, I found Tinder fucking tragic, man. People can't even hold a fucking conversation, right? So there's one thing with me, right? Your girl likes to fucking talk, but I like to talk about, like, you know, things that have meaning most of the time, you know? I mean, yeah, sure, every now and again you have fucking small talk or just chat shit, but conversation with depth, being able to communicate, it's a bit of a key factor, you know? Bit of a key factor. Never date somebody that, you know, you ever go on a date with somebody, it doesn't matter whether you're masculine or feminine, right? But you're the only one who's talking, asking questions and conversating. That's probably an indication that somebody's a fucking really poor communicator and you should probably like bounce, you know? Always been an attraction in the moment type. I know, but again, these days, right? People too afraid to approach people. People too afraid to like go anywhere, to be approached, right? But yeah, everybody all wanting the same thing: connection. You know, connection. Yeah, see, I don't know, Diala. I've become so, man. It takes a lot for me to be, and again, depends on what type of attraction we're talking about. We're talking physical attraction, like we're talking like, you know, attracted to someone's energy, their personality, right? Like for me, it's yeah, physical attraction seems to be like the one element that generally seems to kind of be missing most of the time, you know. And I mean, she's a Leo, right? She likes pretty things. She likes pretty things. But I don't know. Maybe some of us just become too picky as well. We become too picky. Too picky, or, you know, unrealistic about how old we're getting. We're getting old, some of us. Some of us be getting old. Not old enough as in we need to like meet, you know, old fella at the old nursing home kind of old, but you know, it's we're not getting any younger. But yeah, if the whole energetic attraction and shit like that, doesn't matter how fucking good looking a person is, man. As soon as they open their mouth and they've got nothing good, you're just like, oh, you're so ugly. You're so unattractive, right? So unattractive. Nothing worse than good looking people whose energy is fucking unattractive, right? It's like such a fucking waste, man. Such a fucking waste. What? Like, there's nothing worse when a pretty girl is a bitch, you know what I mean? Like, it just makes her ugly. Doesn't matter what she looks like. If she's a bitch, she automatically, she's no longer pretty, right? Ooh. Yeah, based off of their energy, is that what we're talking about? Like, so you don't find them physically appealing, but then they turn appealing because of their energy? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's like that. I mean, that's a good thing, though. That's the kind of thing that you sort of want. You want to be attracted to somebody's personality, their energy, like who they are before, you know, like that, like physical attraction is kind of like the icing on the cake, really. Got a high priestess out here on the table. Just pulling cards, just seeing what pops out. Oh, shit. Look at that energy, babies. Look at that. The high priestess and the star, right? High priestess and the star. I wonder whose energy that is. Ooh. Oh, it's getting juicy out here now. Who's on the other side of this? Man, we're still just pulling this juggler's energy. Lovers in... We've got the High Priestess and the Star. We got the Lovers in reverse, followed by the Two of Pentacles. We got the same Judgment in the reverse at the bottom here. All right, we got that same ass energy coming out. Six of Swords in the reverse. Somebody's still stuck like chalk. Stuck like chalk. Who's over here with that? Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, lovely energy. Oh, it all started great with the High Priestess and the Star. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Oh, this same old energy, hey collective, right? This same old energy. Two of Wands in the reverse. Uh-oh, somebody don't know what to do, where to go. They have no options. Four of Cups. Well, you look pretty damn miserable. Who's this? Who's this person sulking, collective? Who's this person feeling like they, man, somebody's definitely feeling, oh no, the devil feels like he's in darkness. What a shame. What a shame. Well, you are. You live, you live in the pits of fucking hell. The only fucking brightness that's there is fucking fire, baby. Right? Otherwise, it's dark as fuck, ain't it? Right? Shit, again, this Queen of Swords is coming out too, right? With some sort of truth here. About somebody who didn't want to change, didn't want to grow, didn't want to heal, didn't want to do anything. What kind of crazy does somebody have in their medicine cabinet? Man, somebody who spoke their truth, man. Whatever truth, man, collective have been speaking recently, it's what's setting you free from a particular energy or a particular situation here. All right, so for those of you guys that have got some shit to say it, baby. Fucking say it, all right? Tell motherfuckers how it is, how it be. Some sort of cycle that you completed, right? Having some sort of success here. Completion. Collective. Right? Somebody could be Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles energy. So I could be talking to somebody who's got it going on. Yep, Strength card. Strength, baby, strength. Six of Wands, man. Shit, right? Shit. Well, don't the devil feel dumb now, right? I don't know what to tell you, devil, man. Shit. You want to dance with that shit? Go for it. Don't be upset that you got fucking played harder than you tried to play, right? It's not collective's fucking fault. Yeah, shit. Did the whole community fucking play you, devil? Virgo needs light. Well, at least you know what's up over there, Virgo. At least you know what's up. He knows what's up. Oh, there's that bloody... There it is again. That freaking Three of Cups in the reverse, man. Right? We've got like freaking... Yeah, somebody dealt with... Man, this is like... We just got this regretful cheater, right? We've got a regretful cheater out here. What are they going to regret? What's the part they're regretting the most? Which bit do they regret the most? Is it being caught out? Is it the fact they lost everything? Or is it the fact that there could still be some shit to lose right now? Yeah, you know what? You know what feels nice? To not have to tell any more truth, right? Like to when you've got it all like out on the fucking table, right? When it comes to like people, partners, relationship, man, you got nothing left, man. Fuck, that's like a whew, don't have to worry about that shit no more. All right? Do not have to worry about that shit no more. And I mean, you know, like some people be really bad liars out here too. Energy, personality. What? Where did we get that from? You'd like to think the devil lives in a total physical darkness, but absolute spiritual light and confused. Well, I mean, look. I'm sure a few of you have. I'm sure a few of you have toyed with the fucking devil from time to time, right? No, whoever's recovering, fucking man, I'm telling you, somebody here recovering from this one over here, right? This old mate over here. Poetic justice. But I feel like there's still some, like I said, some people out there in and around the collective, right, that still got some shit that's still got to hit the fan for them until they hit their complete rock bottom, you know. That's it. Absolutely, Gala. Well said. Temptation is what teaches us not to touch the fire. Apparently, some people just like to get burnt, though. Okay. Now, this could be because they've got some sort of issues here, right? They like to risk it for a biscuit. I mean, there is no biscuit, right? The only thing they get at the end, the Seven of Swords in reverse, caught out. But man, for anyone in these again, any of you guys that came out of these third party situations, right, with the devil, man, it's whoever's on the other side of that whole equation, man, still dealing with that devil. Still dealing with that devil. He's out there just, still making bad decisions. But, look, the justice scales, man, eventually, you know, are going to get balanced, right? And these greedy individuals, right, who, again, aren't having any wish fulfillment, don't feel good about themselves, are absolutely going to feel that pinch, right, when the rest of like the things unfold. Again, for any of you guys that were in that situation, it's not going to be nice. It's not going to be pretty. Not at all. Not at all. Well, I mean, the other thing is you've got to remember the lies that you've already told, you know, in order to keep and continue the lies. There's nothing worse than a pathological liar who has a bad memory, right? That shit's dangerous for the pathological liar, that is, right? Because consistency, you know, like if you're going to make a lie believable, the least you could do is consistency, you know. But if you can't nail consistency, man, you're in hot fucking waters with those lies, right? Absolutely. But that's why it's just better to just tell the truth when the opportunity is there, instead of you know, not taking the opportunity when it's there and then it coming back to bite you in the ass later. Well, I mean, isn't that really the start of everybody's journey upwards, right? Fucking complete annihilation of oneself in order to rebuild. But I mean, now what fun would there be if everything were only ever light and good, right? Make things pretty boring, right? But I think for some of you guys, it's been enough time kind of playing around with or being in situations with, you know, more darkness than light, for sure. But it needs to exist. It has to. Otherwise, we don't understand the polarity of the other side and truly appreciate what that is without knowing, you know, how bad it can get. It's like when you know how bad it can get. I mean, trust me, I know how bad it can fucking get. It can get pretty bad, right? It can get pretty bad. I also know that it can get pretty good. I have not seen Good Burger, or if I have, I don't remember it. Yeah. Don't know if candlelight's enough light quite to clear out some of that darkness, but sure. Maybe a few extra candles, right? A few extras. But man, there's people still that, man, haven't even seen the effects of the cause just yet, you know. Cause and effect can sometimes take, and look, this is this is a bit of a reminder actually to me, you know, that our prior actions will show up later in life. And that both showed in my world in two different ways over the past week, both by something that was sent to me and two things that I'd sent out, right? It was like, you know, it was like past deeds kind of rocking up in the here and now. So, you know, that's the thing. Sometimes we don't realize that things are going to come back around to bite us in the booty. All right. Sometimes we think, oh yeah, that's past, that's done, right? Nothing's going to come of that, you know. But I was shown just this week that cause and effect can take time to show up. You know, sometimes days, sometimes weeks, sometimes months, sometimes years. Oh yes, we don't need to associate with them, but I mean, definitely appreciate them for showing you, you know, what not to be, what not to go towards, what not to accept. Again, how would we be able to identify or, like, you know, pinpoint these things and what they are if they didn't exist, you know, if they didn't exist right in front of us? We'd be blind to it. You know, like in the back of my mind, I'm like, procrastinate as long as you need to, Kerry. Otherwise, it's back to that freaking, back to that website, right? Back to the website edits. And I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Yes, I agree, Mystical. I agree. I agree. I mean, that's if you're aware and you're awake to what it is, right? Otherwise, it just looks like you know, a really shady friend that'll get you into some weekend bender trouble or something of that nature. But you got to be willing to see it for what it is, to see that it's something that you don't want to be or that you don't want to go towards, right? And find what the actual lessons within it all are, you know. I mean, fuck, man, took me forever to figure it out, all right? It took me long enough to figure it out. It depends on what your question is. Depends on what your question is. If it's a tarot question and it's not what are you taking too seriously and you'd like a reading, then sure, you can ask a question, but super chats of $5 or up. Otherwise, feel free to book in personal private reads. Details again are in the description box, which I'm going to have to change that soon, update all that to the website and all of that jazz. All right, so you'd like to know what, Devin, what are you taking too seriously? What are you taking too seriously? Mister, every time I ask that question, man, I was like, oh, how when we ask this question is this going to show up? I'm like, all right, I'll ask it for myself. Then I'm like, holy shit, man. It just, Spirit freaking had jokes today, right? Don't worry about this one. Don't worry about this one, Kerry. All right, let's have a look, Devin. What are you taking too seriously? Okay, Devin, there could be something to do here with either, we're talking about opportunities and investments, all right? So, I don't know, there could be maybe something there could have been maybe a bad investment that you made at some point recently. where it's like, okay, maybe in the moment, right, you weren't seeing things clearly, but it's like you're seeing it clearly now, all right? So with that Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Cups in reverse, it's like don't take it so seriously, because you've recognized whatever that is, right? Whatever that bad investment is, right? Whatever it is that didn't work. Will you be happier if you leave your husband? I'm pretty sure that you've already answered that question. I mean, that's an interesting question to, will you be happier? I mean, are you miserable now? Are you miserable now? Four of Cups, when I split that, it doesn't look like there's too much contentment there. Well, somewhat, right? Happiness is an inside job, right? That's one thing I can tell you up in here. Nobody can make you happy or unhappy. Okay, that is absolutely an inside job as to, you know. And the thing is, right, if we want things to work, what do we got to do? We've got to work on them, right? We've got to work on them. But I mean, will you be happier? Looks like you've thought about this more than once, right? But you're definitely not confident. You're not confident about walking away, right? Like you haven't made a confident decision to walk away. Okay. So the Ace of Swords in the reverse, I don't know, babe, are you seeing things clearly? Are you really, like, truthfully? Just give me one sec, guys. Hold up 2 seconds. I'm gonna close this door. Please don't make too much noise, man. I don't want to hear you barking this shit, girl. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, like I said, we're not seeing clearly. A little look-see. I mean, not compatible. That's terrible. Compatibility. Were you compatible before you, like when you met? Were you compatible when you got married? And what's the other things that could potentially be holding you back from walking away? Is it security? Well, I'm going to say just like right there, if you weren't compatible to start with, man, like, yeah, there's plenty of us who got children with our exes. I got 2 with my ex-husband. Doesn't mean I'm going to stay. Well, I mean, I couldn't anyway. My ex-husband was cheating, so it doesn't matter. Children are not a good reason, right? That's fine. Kids can love whoever they want to. That doesn't mean, just because you're leaving doesn't mean you're taking the children with you and they're never seeing him, right? Well, that's great. He's not unfaithful. The children love him, but you sound like you're not very happy. You sound like you're not very happy. Exactly. They can still love him. I wouldn't tell my kids not to love their dad, right? Well, yeah, and you're not growing. You're not having any growth. You're not having any growth, right? So I'm going to say you've answered your own question, right? You've answered your own question. And the thing is no, it's not easy. And it's never easy to walk away, right? It's not, especially when you're worried about your security, you know, all of that sort of stuff. When you've got all of those sorts of things at play, no, it's not easy, right? But when you're not happy and you're not having growth, you know, and then that's the other thing. Is there room for, like, is there room for improvement here? Is there, you know, something that you can do to work on it, right? So, I mean, because it's like, he's not a bad person, is it? So he's not a bad person, but he sucks your vibrancy. Interesting. Not a bad person, but sucks your vibrancy. I mean, look, in this domain, in our general understanding of what's good or not good for us. We're not going to say good or bad. No, it's not good that you're with a person that sucks your vibrancy, you know? And the thing is, well, then if you've discussed it a million times and things haven't improved, do you think they're ever going to improve? No, then nothing's moving forward. Nothing moving forward. You're one half of the equation here, all right? That's all you are, is one half of the equation. So unless, yeah, they're definitely stagnant with the Chariot in reverse. Like if it's not something that is actually going to have any momentum, if it's a situation where, you know, you have these conversations and, you know, there's effort for a couple of weeks and then all of a sudden shit goes back to the same way, well, you know, cycles seem to be repeating, right? The intellect, like, well, I'm going to say wholeheartedly, I mean, I don't know, anyone else want to agree with me here, but yes, you would be happier because you have the potential to find somebody who's far more aligned with you where you can be happy, right? So staying in that, and this is just about, again, your confidence, right? Being confident in being able to walk away from that and create or find the relationship that does align with you. But over time now, I'm telling you, the shit will go pear-shaped, right? Shit will go pear-shaped over time. Okay, so he improves in some ways, but not in the relationship. Well, I wouldn't be staying. Right? Staying in, man, trust me, I've done marriage enough times to know not to stay in something like that, because it doesn't get any better until it gets better, right? Like, if it's not getting any better, it's not getting better. If you've exercised everything that you possibly can, no, you shouldn't wait. No, you shouldn't wait. I mean, what do you want to wait for? You want to wait for something to go really wrong? I wouldn't. Again, if this is a conversation that you guys have had multiple times over and over and over, and again, I know it's hard. It's not easy walking away from a relationship and doing all the separation and the cat, stop it. Come here, little miss. It's not easy doing any of that. None of it is, right? None of it is. But waiting for shit to blow up, man, you know what could end up happening by the time shit blows up? Deception, lies, sneaky behavior, right? Don't just be in it because you're in it, right? Take control, take charge of your life, right? This is your life. This is the rest of your life. There's your happiness we're talking about. And at the moment, there's not a whole lot that's there, right? But waiting until a tower, no, I could never tell anybody, just sit and wait for the tower. Just sit and wait for, oh, man, let me tell you, right? You don't want children to suffer. Would you rather your children grow up and see mummy and daddy in a relationship that isn't harmonious? There's no real love. There's no real connection, right? That you're going to then teach them that that's what relationships look like, right? Kids, man, are far more resilient than we give them credit for, right? Far more resilient, right? I mean, I'll give it to you like this. I tried to do the right thing and reconcile my marriage, did so for 3 months, while my now ex-husband had a girlfriend who he's now settled for because I decided to file for divorce. My children, for a 3-month period, saw nothing but mummy and daddy getting along great, and now the level of confusion those babies have, because shit just all of a sudden went from great to all of a sudden mum and dad are back to, no, that's probably like what's worse is to fake shit, is to, again, you know, it would have been easier for my kids had I just fucking not even tried, right? And my kids just knew shit was bad with mum and dad, and that's why they're not together anymore, you know? But like, your kids of course will be fine because they've still got both parents, right? Kids, you don't understand. Kids aren't like us. Kids don't see things like us. They don't deal with things the way we do, okay? As long as, again, they have that balance, that peace, right? Love from both sides, you know, and co-parenting still works well together. Well, you'd hope so. You'd hope so. I mean, if he's been there, I mean, what would make you think he wouldn't be there in their lives? What would make you think he wouldn't be there in their lives? I'm going to say it like this. I think what you're doing is allowing every other little factor, every other little thing that at this point in time is not determined like determine the decision that you're making, you know? Well, I mean, that's on him, and I don't think a parent who loves their kids, who's allowed access to their kids, is going to just decide, oh, I don't want to see my kids because I don't want to see her. Especially if this is something that you've brought up more than enough times, right? It's not, you know. Well, I mean, look. So here, let's put it into just perspective now, right? These are your options. You stay in a marriage where you're not happy. Your kids grow up watching this marriage where there's disconnect, and all this shit, and that's it. That's what they see. They see a dysfunctional marriage, right? They then grow up. Your kids then have dysfunctional relationships because you didn't break a cycle that you know you should have. Because at the end of the day, man, let me tell you, no kids, right? No kids want to sit there and watch their parents be miserable for anything. Otherwise, the other option is, right, you do what's best for you, okay, which is also showing your children you don't stay in relationships or situations that don't work, that don't align, that don't make you happy. And he eventually will learn to deal with it, okay, because I'm sure if he loves his kids, just seeing you is not going to be enough to stop a man from taking care of his responsibilities. And if that's the kind of man that he is, without leaving or not leaving, if that's the kind of man he is, right, then let him be the kind of man he is, right? Go off, raise your kids, move on with your life, do whatever it is that you want to do. But you're going to really struggle and stay continuously in this loop with yourself because you're like, oh, but if I do this, what about that? Right? It's like no answer is going to be the right answer either way to satisfy you and make you feel confident in making the decision that you need to make, right? But from what you're telling me, from everything that I know about relationships, life, right? I've done enough marriages to know, right? Including the last one that I did with the father of my children, right? So, if it's going nowhere, it's simply going nowhere, right? Avoiding that change, avoiding the change, it isn't going to make it any better, right? This is about needing to release those fears, right? The fear of what ifs. Well, what if? What if? So instead, do we sacrifice ourselves, right, in these situations? Because that's definitely not something like, I mean, I don't even know how I was in my relationship for as long as I was without leaving, but I had codependency issues, I had abandonment issues, I had a lot of shit that I needed to heal myself before I finally looked at this situation and just went, I'm going to fucking raise my daughter to think, right, that you stay with a man who forever breadcrumbs you, who is avoidant, dismissive, doesn't communicate, doesn't show you any appreciation, right? That when you start doing fucking crazy cook psycho shit, all of a sudden you're the fucking problem, right? Rather than this person's actually not showing up to the relationship. Like, I didn't want to show my kids that, you know? I didn't want to show my kids that. The last thing my kids saw was mama taking accountability for all her shit, daddy accepting apologies and still being a fuck around find out motherfucker, right? So that's how my shit played out. Don't go down that path, right? That's a path you don't want to go down. Nobody needs to go down that path. We need to recognize that sometimes the hard choices, right, are the choices that we need to make despite what we're worried about. But they're there to teach. And as Mystical always loves to remind me, right, that I can't protect them from their path either, you know? My path with what I experienced as a child is what I experienced. People can be in their kids' lives and do more damage. People can be gone and do more. You know, again, there is a lot to factor in, but thinking about all of that as reasons as to why you would stay in a marriage where you don't feel like you're compatible or you don't feel like it's right. That's not teaching our kids anything better. Right? What that's doing is teaching our kids, you know what? You just sacrifice your own happiness for the sake of, you know, not feeling guilty, right? That's what it is. It's the guilt. You don't want to feel guilty when you look at your children and things aren't this, that, and that. But either way, you're going to, you know, either way you're going to. You'll feel guilty when in 20 years' time your kids are repeating the same cycles you did, or you'll feel guilty looking at them when it's just you and the kids alone, right? There is no easy way out of it. But if there's one thing that I can say from a personal experience, don't sacrifice yourself, right? Don't sacrifice yourself, because at the end of the day, the more that I sacrifice myself, the shittier a mother I became anyway, right? When I put myself first now, I mean properly first in all situations, right? I mean first, even before those kids. And I know some people be like, oh, you should always put your kids first. Well, sometimes me putting their needs ahead of mine doesn't make me a good mum, right? Puts me in a space where it puts me in a compromising position where I'm then so deeply unhappy that I'm then no longer a good mum. So is it really in their best interest, right? At the end of the day, there is truth in putting yourself first and loving yourself first and foremost. And if we don't start doing it, how are our kids going to learn how to love themselves first and foremost? Again, they're going to repeat the same shitty cycles that we all did in our shitty relationships, right? So the guilt can't come with you. That's one thing I do know. The guilt can't come with you. Yeah, it looks like every time you've tried to work on things, Eight of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune reverse. It's like every time you try to work on shit, it doesn't really go anywhere anyway, right? Like there's not the kind of momentum, the forward movement that you want. And Two of Swords, it leaves you back at this place where you're like, do I stay? Do I go? Do I stay? Do I go? You know? And from everything you're telling me, I mean, it's only a matter of time before things get kind of worse. You know, it's only a matter of time before that deprivation of love, support, nurturing energy, right? It's only a matter of time before that shit gets worse. You know, there's only so much somebody can put up with not receiving what they're meant to, right? Seven of Swords, yeah. People start getting deceptive, getting tricky, doing all sorts of shit, right? Stabbing each other in the back, sneaking around, lying, cheating, right? I'm telling you, these situations don't often go well. Not in this day and age, right? Not in this day and age. Yes, he may lose control of himself and very much get up in his head about that. But that's not on you. You've communicated, right? You've communicated. And unless you're not sure that you've done your absolute fucking best, which, man, I don't even know how many times a person should actually try, right? Unless you're questioning whether, you know, you truly have given it your all, because trust me, after freaking 9 and then some years, right? And all the chaos, destruction, drama, and fucking rock bottoms and whatever's, you know, I still question, had I actually done enough to make this work, you know? And, but I mean, at that point, I'd gotten to a point where I was accountable for my own shitty behavior in the situation, and the other party wasn't, you know? So sometimes it's just not going to work when the other person doesn't want to make it fucking work, or when they're lying, or whatever, right? Choice has got to be yours, okay? Choice is going to have to be yours. But the longer you stay in a situation like that, the worse it becomes over time, right? The more bitter we become, the more withdrawn we become, the more disconnected from ourselves, right? It's also saying and speaking volumes to oneself, right? I put this above my own needs, you know, and that's the thing. You can't be the best you until you put your needs first, right? Ace of Cups. You can't be the best you until you're loving on you 100%, right? And you'll find that you've got something good then to teach your children as they get older. When they start getting to that age where they, you know, they start getting into relationships and things like that, you know, you will have a wisdom there that you didn't before, to teach them, to show them, to give to them, to pass on to them. Otherwise, what are they gonna think? Well, this is what a marriage looks like, you know. Well, yeah, we all fear that, but this one's not compatible either. More compatible? Well, this one's not compatible anyway. Surely, right? With all the freaking people in this world, you know, that, you know, that there's got to be, there has to be. If this one wasn't compatible, surely, right? Otherwise, what? You're the only person who missed the boat on some sort of soulmate energy that was compatible at one time, right? No. And that's the thing. We don't want to manifest our fears. We need to believe that if we can do better, if we want better, if we can achieve more, then there's other people out there doing the same thing, you know? Man, look, I'll tell you what, there's sometimes a lot more to gain than what we can even fathom whilst we're worrying about the things that we're about to lose. You know, I was damn near close to losing my whole fucking life, my mind, you know, the whole essence of me, right? I mean, I had already fucking lost myself, but, you know, just one more time, just for good measure, right? Just for good measure, for me to prove that this person was exactly who I thought they were. Deceptive, lying, doesn't take accountability, right? Not worth my fucking time, my love, my anything, you know? I'm sorry to hear about your dad. I don't know. Maybe for me it's like a little bit. I guess a little bit easier, right? I lost my mum. You know, 144 on the clock, guys. By the way, if you know, you know. I lost my mum. She passed away when I was 17. She was sick from when I was age 12. Didn't really have normal childhood from then until she passed away. So I don't know. I guess for me, you know, when you've taken a big loss like that, a big hit like that, when you're quite young, over time, losses kind of get easier because what I've gained, you know, from what I so-called lost in my marriage. Man, I gained everything. I gained my sanity, my stability, my success, my independence, my self-worth. The shit that I gained, right, from discarding a fucking lying, cheating, sneaky mofo. Like I can't even. I'm still counting up what I've gained from that so-called loss. It's not really a loss when I've gained so much, you know. It's not a loss for me at all. And you'll find a lot in you, right? There's a lot within you to gain. Seeing your own strength, you know, your own ability to get up and, you know, to build what it is that you want. But I mean, that's the thing. And anything could tear it down in an instant. And it has nothing to do with your choices, right? What if something that he does all of a sudden just takes all that away tomorrow? Poof. It's got nothing to do with you then, is it? You know? That's it. Spirit do favor the bold. Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. Because it does. It takes a lot to get out of our comfort zone and to do the work to heal, to grow, and to chase what we truly want in life. Yeah, it's all right. Most of us on our healing journeys isolate ourselves by choice, with purpose, right? So we can figure ourselves out, figure out how did we get in these situations? Why did we stay so long? Why did we devalue ourselves, you know? Well, energetically, probably no. He won't ever leave, right? There's plenty of people's exes that love to still hang around the energy, even in tarot. But, you know, you're right. He won't, right? He won't. But doesn't mean that you can't, you know, doesn't mean that you can't. You're not prisoner to the situation, right? Only if you allow yourself to be, you know? So I was like, don't worry about what the fuck he's doing, right? You just worry about what you need to do for you, right? What you need to do for you. Yeah, Babs, I don't have a single family member to count on, to call on, to anything. Not a single one. Not a mother, not a father, not a brother, not an aunt, not an uncle, nothing, nobody. Nobody, just me and a couple of friends, right? A couple of friends, two to three friends in my physical space, and then my beautiful collective that I've got online, you know, and a couple of people who are at a distance that need to drive a little bit extra if they want to catch up. But don't be afraid of what you'll lose, right? Think more about what you could possibly gain. You know, that's the mindset you want to be in, right? Not what's to lose, what's there to gain in a situation like this. So if you already don't have any of that, don't worry about it. There's nothing to, you know, there's nothing to really lose, right? And the other thing is, if you've had relationships or poor relationships with, like say for instance for me, you know, like growing up, friendships with other feminines, right? It didn't matter where I was in life, right? I could have been even in my rock bottom of life, right? some feminine energy has had a fucking problem with how I'm apparently doing better than she is and whatever, right? So I've always struggled to have like good relationships with feminine. So that's been something that I've been focused on now, is building better relationships with other women. Women who know themselves, who are also, you know, confident within themselves, who aren't looking at me like fucking competition, this, that, and the other, you know, and building up on those friendships, healing that aspect. Whilst I just continue to work on myself, my business, right? Look after my kids, run my household, and that's it. Man, like that takes up so much of my fucking time anyway. You know, I don't have time to be fucking thinking about socializing with everybody and family. Man, I'm like, I couldn't even, right? Like keeping up with obligations and family events and fucking having to people please it. Man, fuck that shit. I don't have time for it anyway, right? I've got too much I'm doing for me to even have this fucking time. So the fears, the worries, the doubts, the guilt, all of that, you know, you can't let those be the things that essentially stop you from what could be the best move you've ever made, right? Because you just don't know until you get there. And it sounds like if you regret it anyway, fucking hubby will take you back anyway. Take you back anyway. But you don't want somebody who sits in that energy either. You don't want somebody who's in that energy. Right? Like that sounds like to me he's got unhealthy attachments, right? Like an unhealthy attachment issue. And look, again, we've all been there, right? Everybody on this channel, fucking, I don't think there's a person on this channel that's sitting in this chat that could sit there and say that they haven't been that way at some point in their life where, you know. So, I don't know, anybody else want to give some words of wisdom here? Mate, because we've all fucking been through it, haven't we? We've all been through it. We've all been through it. I mean, like I look at the women and like, you know, I look at my mother and my grandmother, you know, all on the maternal side. And I think to myself, mate, how much fucking happier would these women have been if they just fucking left their partners, right? Like if my mum didn't have to micromanage every little fucking financial thing and every little decision because my dad was a fucking man-child, right? Like imagine how much nicer her life would have been. All I ever saw was my mother stressed out, fucking working to the max, trying to fix this, do this, be everything and keep this grown man in fucking line. Now, don't get me wrong, my dad worked hard and he earned good money, but fuck, mate, she couldn't trust him with it, right? So she was always stressed out. Man, like that's exactly what my marriage was like, right? That's exactly what my marriage was like. Now, my mum went out like that. You get what I'm saying? Like my mum went out working 2 jobs, gone through chemo while my dad had a gambling addiction. I'm not fucking playing myself out here like that. No fucking way. No fucking way am I going to play myself like that. Not for my kids, not for fucking anything, man. Because then my daughter's going to repeat that pattern. We can't have patterns repeating out here. We can't have patterns repeating. It's up to us to man, what are you worried about, woman? Like, you don't, yeah, you look, I'm going to say it like this, right? But we've all, are you crazy, woman? Are you crazy? That to me would be a no-brainer. And I know. It's hard to leave, right? Trust me. It fucking took me forever. Took me for my relationship to get to the worst, to DV, to everything, to, you know, like before I was just like, you know, fuck this shit. I'm sick of fucking this shit, right? And now here's somebody else's problem. So, and that's the thing. When people like that don't heal, don't grow, don't change, they will become somebody else's fucking problem, right? I mean, you didn't take my fucking partner, lady. You took my fucking problem, and she doesn't even know the fucking half of it, right? She doesn't even know the half of it. Because again, you know, some people still like to fucking try and maintain lies, right? Well, hi. But sounds like you don't need him, right? Sounds like you don't need him. Sounds like what you need is to believe in yourself and your children to again, be resilient through all of this. You're looking for yeah, there you go. Laughing's looking for a sugar mama. Looking for a sugar mama. I mean, see, look, at least my husband, he worked and earned good money. But again, like my father, doesn't know how the fuck to spend it, to use it, right? Like, would take food out of his own children's mouth from his own selfish fucking greed, right? And not even fucking think twice about, oh, well, why is that a problem, right? Somebody else will fix it, you know? Yeah, does he need a job? Does he know how to drive trucks? Oh, he's one of those. Oh my God. That's what my ex's new partner will probably have to deal with. My ex moving into her fucking shit, right? Oh, fuck, man. You know? Fuck. That one gets to see or hear fucking the truth, right? Saves herself, hopefully. You know? Well, that's at least good, but it's, you know what it is, babes? It's because you're the man in the fucking relationship. That's why. You know why she's so worried, right? Because it sounds like, she feels bad from walking away from her responsibilities that she's meant to protect and provide for. Like don't, man. I don't know, man. What are you dealing with, woman? Like, exactly. You already are the man. You are the fucking man, right? You are the man. That's the thing. You should see what my son says to me. He said to me, "Mama, you're the man, right?" Even my son knows mum's the man, right? Mum's the man. Nah, babes, you are going to slowly over time, literally just allow your soul to be broken, right? For what? Man, he doesn't even freaking bring the bag. Like, I mean, I could understand, right, if he brought the bag and like you were like the rest of us having a project manage him, but like you are the project, right? You are the project and you're managing it. So you don't exactly, it's draining. And you think that there's no chance of you ever finding anything better than that? Don't tell yourself lies, right? That's just silly. We don't tell ourselves lies like that. I mean, I know a lot of good, decent men. Obviously they're still on the rise and healing and growing and whatever. But there's definitely real men out there. It sounds like to me what you got yourself there is a bit of a boy, right? But like, yeah, it's the power dynamics are out either way. The power dynamics are out either way, and you sound like you want to just sit in your feminine energy, right? Like you're at your wits' ends, right? You're like, I'm fucking exhausted. The shit's fucking enough, right? Like, why would you want to keep exhausting yourself? You know, there's no balance here, you know. But time to free yourself, right? Time to free yourself. Stop believing the get out of your head. Stop believing all the lies, right, that you're telling yourself, because that's what's creating that conflict. And so you should, because what you need is reciprocity. You need somebody where shit's balanced, where shit's fair, where you're not the man, right? And then trying to be mama bear all at the same time. Don't work like that. You can't work like that. You're gonna burn yourself out. And I mean, look, I don't know how old you are, how old your kids are, right? But I'm telling you, you're not doing yourself any favor. The older we get, man, the harder this shit gets to fucking break away from and then heal from, you know? Well, what I wouldn't give, and that's the thing, right? It's like I was having to be the man of the house when there was a man in the house. Now I'm the man of the house without the burden of the fuck ups of somebody else. I mean, I'm still doing exactly what I did before fucking he wasn't around, right? No, I dare say, mate, catch it before you hit 40, right? Because once you get to 40, it's a whole different ball game out here. Am I right, ladies who have hit 40? Right, it's so different once we get to that stage. We don't have time anymore to be fucking around and dealing with this shit anymore. You know, it's like we've only got another good 20 years ahead of us to focus on us, our careers, and what we want to build. I thank you, dear. I think I do a pretty fucking incredible job myself. But I mean, I was carrying this fort well and truly before, just not independently financially, just not completely independently like that. But I mean, if all I did was go to work and fucking come home, mate, shit, I don't need it to live with me to do that, I can do that without this, somebody else's selfishness, I can do without the reminder. It's opened up a lot more space for me to pour into my projects, not having to fucking cater to and, constantly fix, again, the fuck ups of somebody else. Now I can fix my own fuck ups finally, heal, grow, and all of a sudden, all the success that I've ever wanted to have in the entire 10 years of my relationship, well, guess what? She's finally having it now that she doesn't have to carry that burden, right? Now that there's no obligations, I don't have to worry about family shit, man. I don't have to worry about nothing, man. Just me, my kids, my business, my path. That's it, you know? That's it. And life's still fucking chaotic enough, right? It's still chaotic enough. I know. Don't be putting no E's on the end of my name, right? If you know what's good for you. No. Princess, come here, baby girl. Oh, I love my baby girl. You know, get yourself some cats, right? Get yourself 2 little kittens. I got myself 2 little kittens. 2 kids, 2 kittens. Love you, beautiful girl. I love you so much. Oh, you're so pretty. Yes, you are. You're a pretty girl. You make custom hats and handbags? Great, perfect. Well, you can't focus because he's draining your sacral energy. He's draining your sacral energy. That's why. He's draining your creative energy. You know? Isn't he? He's draining her. Yes, he is. He's draining all her good juices. Yes. Right? Don't ever let Smokey do that to you, okay? Don't let him. But, you know, and look, it's not easy when you first have to, like, especially if there is any, you know, like sharing of any or responsibility or whatever, like it takes some time to adjust. It does take time to adjust. But I mean, after time, man, you'll be like, fuck, why didn't I do it sooner? Right? Why didn't I pour into me sooner? And no, it won't be easy, but it's one less burden, right? It's one less burden. And the things that you would choose to take up as challenges, well, you'll enjoy them more. You'll enjoy them far more. And yeah, you can't take anything a step further when you're constantly like responsible for another person's energy, man. Like it's freaking depleting, man. It's depleting. You know? And again, it's not on you. It's not on you to do the healing work for him or to make him feel whatever it is that he doesn't feel about himself and is the reason why. And maybe it's this. Maybe he's the insecure one. Maybe you're more worried about how he's going to cope, right? Because he's the more dependent one. But, you know, let their healing be their problem. You sound a lot like me. I did accounting. No, I'm not bad at it, right? Because I'm a very methodical person. But man, do you think I can just sit behind a desk and crunch numbers all days with this personality? Right? When you are creative, right? When you have a creative passion, nothing within that corporate structured world kind of fits. You know what I mean? Well, you don't want him to struggle. Do you think he cares if you're struggling though? Ask yourself that question. Does he care that you're struggling now with the dynamics and the energy in the relationship? Because if he did, he'd be moving fucking heaven and earth, right? To make it, you know, to make it the right energy. But do you think that you'll be good at it, man? Anytime you pour your heart and soul into something that sets your soul on fire, man, it can never be wrong, right? It can never be wrong. And again, how are we managing success, right? How do you want to manage success? You know, to me, it's just being able to do my crafts, right? Do the things that I love and not hold myself back from them. To me is a level of success, because there was a long time that I didn't think I could, I shouldn't, it was terrible, it didn't look good, blah, blah, blah. You know, all those things. So, you know, even take the little wins, but that's a level of success. And yes, we can up the ante on those success all the time, you know? Yeah, there's no romance. There's nothing, right? Nothing. There's nothing there. I mean, essentially, what you're telling me, there's nothing there to even walk away from anyway. All it is just 2 people coexisting. That's all you're doing. This is a roommate. You're living with a roommate. You got a roommate. And you probably can find a roommate that actually does more than what he does. Yeah. That's his life to worry about. He needs to focus on his quality of life. Oh, I've been there, babes. I've been there, worried about, oh, poor, like, da-da-da-da. You know what? Fuck him. That's his fucking problem, man. Fuck him, right? No one ain't giving a fuck about the quality of my fucking life when I wasn't getting what I needed, right? The quality of life that I had in my relationship fucking sucked ass. Ain't nobody out here now caring about fucking anybody else's quality of fucking life, right? You make your bed, you fucking lie in it, right? Our choices are our choices. They're ours to own, you know? A roommate is step towards hostile room. Yeah, exactly. Oh, shit. But, you know, that's you're not responsible. All right. Just like he doesn't feel responsible for your happiness or for your unhappiness, why should you feel fucking responsible for how he survives? Is he a man or is he a boy? What are you out here doing? Are you raising somebody else's child still? And you know, like sometimes that's what they need, right? Hit fucking rock bottom. Exactly. Learn the fucking hard way. Trust me, I did. Right? I had to learn the hard way. Trust me, my hard way was fucking extra hard, right? She likes to make shit the hard way. She likes to make it fucking extra hard. But the healing, man, that's on us as individuals. You know, that's on us. Not up to anybody else. You know, I can't sit here and feel sorry for the fuck ups and the shitty choices that my ex continues to fucking make in his life like it's my problem. You know, I can't. It's not my problem, right? Not my kid. Not my kid. And if he was acting like a man, taking care of his responsibilities, right, both on the physical and emotional levels, well, then he wouldn't be faced with a fucking challenge, right? He wouldn't be faced with the challenge of having to fucking sort his shit out. But feel guilty for what? For what? There's nothing to feel guilty about, right? The only thing that you should feel guilty about is what you're not giving to yourself, right? That's what I'd feel guilty about. I'd feel more guilty about what I'm not giving to myself than the other person, right? But again, I say it, not easy, man. It's not easy to fucking just, you know, make that call. But when you make it and you've done it and you've decided it and you're solid on it, man, things will get great in your world, right? Things will get a lot better over time. Well, it's because, Gallo, you know, I had to put myself through some real shit fucking for really too long, right? Really too fucking long. And, man, if there's one thing that, I just wish I had worked on and healed earlier was, you know, again, my guilt, my codependency, my abandonment issues, man, all of those things could have you know, shaped the world differently. But again, I always have to go back to my purpose, my path. It was to teach these things. So either way, I had to go through these until I learned the lesson to be able to teach that, you know. And it's fucking incredible on the other side. Like what I've been able to achieve, right? Not attached to that energy. Like it's a fucking it's my testimony basically, right? Like it's, you know, how in a supporting, loving marriage could I never fucking achieve any of my goals or dreams, right? And yet here I am fucking with all this pressure on my plate 24/7 to carry more load than one should. How is it that now that I'm finally having success in all the areas in life that matter, right? Because at the end of the day, a burden is a burden is a burden. When you release yourself of that burden, you're going to fucking see clearly what the burden actually was, right? And it was two-part. It was, and you know what? No, I'm going to take that back. It's not his fault I was codependent and had abandonment issues. That's on me. That is on me. I should have left the first time I broke up, freaking when I was, you know, back in 2014 when the first time I ended up because of not being in alignment, right? Me knowing that I was growing and moving forward and him staying stuck and stagnant and still. You know, I wanted to go on my spiritual path. He wanted to just stay where he was. That's the first time that I should have walked away. But had to go through it. DR, look at the girl getting spoiled today. She's getting spoiled today. All right, she's getting spoiled today. Thank you, gentlemen. But you know, like it's something that I had to learn, right? Something I had to learn over time. But man, talk about the shit that I allowed myself to go through with that energy. Breadcrumbing, fucking ruined birthdays, anniversaries, fuck you name it, man. Mother's Days, everything. There are the terrible and horrific moments so excessively outweigh any of the positives, right? That it's really hard to look back and go, fuck, how did you do that for so long to yourself, Carrie? Like, how did you put yourself in that position, man, where You know, because I used to fight for it because, you know, higher self fucking knew like it wasn't getting what it was worth. Higher self fucking knew that this wasn't good enough. And so that's why she'd act out, right? That's why I'd act out. But actually finding the strength to fucking walk away when you've got, especially when you've got a mental health disorder, which stems around abandonment issues and codependency shit, man, that fucking shit is hard to overcome. But it was like the second I did, boom, right? Like my dream for 5 years that I'd wanted to manifest, my Oracle deck, came within 3 days and I was done and dusted, right? And that was literally spirit showing me the second you let go of an energy that's not meant to be in your life, we can give you what's for you. So that's the other thing, right? Don't be surprised as well if there's abundances and spiritual blessings, man, that want to hit your doorstep but can't because you're attached and giving to the wrong energies. You know, that's what happened to me. Everything started getting, and it's just getting better and better and better and better. And I mean, I said some shit when I was like, I'm done. And I said, man, I'm going to get to the point, man, where all this shit that you put me through recently, right? I'm like this, I'm going to make fucking money off this shit, right? I'm going to fucking turn this into, right? Something, right? This is, you know, even now, if I can get upset and I have to remind myself, I'm like, just let him do his fuckery shit, right? Motherfucker gives you content constantly with his constant bullshit, right? With constantly fucking still perpetuating the same fucking bullshit as before. It's content, baby, right? So I can't be mad, can I? I can't be mad, right? But when we as women stop undervaluing ourselves, then men will stop undervaluing us as well, you know? That's it. Let the fucking haters hate. Let the haters hate. Let the haters hate. But it is. It's time for you to sit down and make a decision, right? You got to make the decision for yourself. I mean, spiritually, we can tell you. The truth is, everyone will tell you, right? You need to walk away. But it's easy for us to say it because we're not you, right? But I can say that you won't regret it. You won't regret it when you get to the other side and things are settled and you just focus on you, your kids, and what you want to do with life. Man, that's when you succeed. Not having like this thing just constantly dragging you down. Because I'm sure there's fucking love that you still have to pour into it, right? Because it's going to be it. I don't mean to call your husband it, but pouring into him, right? Because, you know, he's not the man in the situation, right? Like you're taking lead there, right? This no negative. It's a hell no for me over here, right? Anyone else want to agree with it? It's a hell no, right? But again, it's hard. It's hard. Last time, like, do you fellas want a dick measure over fucking money today or what? And then I can do it with somebody else. No, I'm sure. Thank you guys. Oh my God, I appreciate it so much. But go do what's right for you. Don't worry about the kids, right? The kids are gonna see resilience. The kids are gonna see strength. The kids are gonna see that when we're not happy, what do? We get up and we go find our happiness. We go create it. We go make it. We go seek it, right? It's our responsibility. That's not a bad lesson to teach kids, right? It's not a bad lesson at all. And they might not understand it. I don't know how old your kids are. They might not understand it just yet. I mean, mine are only 6 and 7 right now. And they understand bits of it, but they don't fully understand it yet, right? But they did get to a point where they did say, you know, it's better that mummy and daddy don't live together because of all the prior to reconciling, you know, arguments that that we were having, that the kids knew that it was better that mum and dad didn't live together, right? They see mum's a lot calmer, cooler, right? Mum's more focused. She's working on herself, working on her shit, working hard, you know? And yes, it's a juggle. It's a juggle between everything. And there will be days where, you know, you can't give 100% to everything and you will feel those moments of guilt, man. But you got to remember, like, it's the long term. Like, what's the long-term goal here? What are we actually trying to achieve here? And for me, it's to show my kids what it looks like to get up out of shitty situations, right? And go fucking chase your dreams. Don't sit in a bad fucking space if you don't have to. Especially if no one's got a gun to our head, right? Australia and Canada are not the fucking same distance. with that energy, I'll tell you right now, Spirit probably won't give you financial success. And I'm going to say, look what just flicks out, King of Pentacles. But if you chase your dreams, you stay practical, you make moves, right? So financial success is on the cards for you, but I'm going to say it like this, right? What does I say like this, right? See that tower? You're going to have to bring that tower down, right? You can't have financial success with this energy. You never will. So I'm telling you now, Spirit won't give it to you because Spirit knows exactly what you're going to do. You're going to burn the candle at both ends, right? You're going to burn yourself down, wear yourself down, right? Which would be you repeating cycles and keeping yourself, Eight of Swords, stuck. But you get out of that. You go focus on what you're doing. Don't give up on yourselves, man. Fuck yeah. Okay. But everything when it comes to financial success requires what? Collective action. Okay. Divine don't just hand us fucking anything. They may hand us ideas, guide us towards ideas. It is up to us to take those opportunities or to create the opportunities that we need, right? And go after it. But stay practical, stay reliable, stay focused, stay grounded, keep working. I mean, shit, it's taken me like, what, almost 2 years now to build this channel up, to build this business up to a point where it's the first time in business I can sit and say, I'm really fucking proud of what I've achieved, right? And from where I've come, I mean, if this is your first time here, you definitely haven't heard my backstory to everyone else, but I mean, just under 2.5 years ago, I had full rock bottom to the point where I ended up in prison, right? So if I can go from where I was to where I am now, anyone can fucking anyone who's not in my situation can certainly get pretty far, right? Can certainly get pretty far. I had a lot to fucking recover, a lot to sort out, a lot to fix up, a lot to regain, you know, just to get back to ground zero. Now we're finally starting to see ground zero starting to fucking, you know, elevate and escalate a little bit. So, you know, but it's I've worked hard, you know, I've been solid in this and consistent with this for a long time, constantly pushing new ideas, constantly trying new things, but never giving up. Never giving up. Even on the days where I'm just like, fuck this, I just, you know, man, how many of you guys fucking that are close to me hear me just like, you know, I give the whole I'm giving up speech, but man, deep down, fucking, I can't, right? I can't give up on fucking my dreams, my goals, and everything that I've fucking like succeeded at so far. I've only just begun, you know, I've only just begun. This is only like the start of the rest of my life, and I've got a good 15, 20 odd years ahead of me when it comes to my business and career. So, you know, and that's not to say, you know, it's always going to be easy. There will be tough times. There will be fucking things that, you know, I have to beat my own head at, you know, and that's the thing. My head has been my worst enemy at the best of times, but we still keep going, right? You know, because we got to. To me, there is no other option, right? There is no other option. Giving up isn't an option. I'm a Leo. We're competitive. It just either life has to take me out or that's it. I'll set my sights on something and we're going to keep going until we get there. But it is nice when you start to see things, obviously, you know, going in the direction that you predicted and things like that. It's even funny when you told people that certain things would happen, you reach those marks, and you're like, see, I fucking told you. Didn't I? I told you. Because there'll be people that don't believe in you as well, right? As long as you believe in you and keep pushing, don't fucking give up, man, then you're all good. You're all good. All right, collective, it's 2:15 in the afternoon. Some of you guys over in the States need to get off the internet and stop scrolling. Go unwind, right? Detach from your phones. Go ground yourself. Connect to spirit. Get yourselves ready for bed. Have a good sleep, all that shit, right? For the rest of you, my side of the Rach, get back to work. I love you, Rach. I don't know what I'm doing. Again, I've got that schedule that's set for next week. I might, again, we're going to see what happens tomorrow, maybe later tonight. Don't know, just playing it by ear at the moment until Monday kicks off and we've got that schedule. Again, I'm just so freaking deep into trying to get the rest of this last little bits of this website adjustments on my end done so I can get one more bit of assistance externally to just solidify it the other bit, and then I can finally launch this freaking website, which again, another freaking long-term dream of mine, but we're getting there. I love you guys so much. DR, Laughlin, fucking amazing stand-up gentlemen, right? Always providing, protecting for the divine feminine, right? I appreciate you guys, honestly do. It makes my haters hate me just that much more, so thank you. she got jokes up in here. But take care of yourselves. Again, if anybody needs to reach out, readings, etc., description box will have all the details. At the moment, you'll still be able to get copies of my Oracle deck and pre-recorded reads through the Etsy store, and then eventually, obviously, we'll be switching over to the website. But I love you guys so much, and yeah, I'll either see you guys in about 8-ish hours or more like 12-ish kind of hours. I don't know. We'll see how we go. But I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Until next time. Mwah. Bye.